All right, here's a quick review of the chords we did yesterday, plus a few new chords, and attached at the bottom of the plan for today, so you can just copy them from there. But I would encourage you to actually copy these chords onto your Pink page. I will ask you to play these, but I'll ask you to write these out as well on the test. And these are chords that I consider fair game. You can expect to see these on a test. So we did yesterday the A minor chords. Okay, it looks like that. You don't need to write the brackets here in Knocking. I was just a reference to say that's the chord from Knocking on Heaven's Door. And you want to write A minor. So just a few things about this here, okay? A lot of times there's no real standard way of writing chords. So sometimes you might see something like this, where someone might just write A min, okay, which means A minor. So expect to see that sometimes. Occasionally you might even see that, all right? But know that there's different ways of writing it. Then we're going to add the A major chord. We're going to look at a song called Cover Rolling Stone. A major looks like this. All right, you'll notice it also is a 5-string chord, so you don't play that bottom string. And then all 3 fingers are in the same 2nd fret. So you've got some. Okay, and occasionally you might see people bar this too. Some people find that a bit easier to do. Now, back to another thing I want to draw your attention to is this. Most chords are major by default. We have a major bias. We prefer major chords over minor chords. Most of us do anyways. And there's actually a good theoretical reason for that, but we'll save that for a grade 12 class. All that to say, most times you won't actually see a major beside the chord. You can assume that if there's nothing following the chord, that would be a major chord, okay? The other 2 chords I wanted to revisit and start are right here. It's our E minor chord. Okay, I think that's pretty familiar for everybody. It's the chord we did from Horse with No Name. Okay, that one should be pretty good. And then today we're going to add our E major chord. And you'll notice there's only 1 note different. Okay, that 1 goes down. And just by changing the G, this would be our G here, to a G sharp, we make that chord a major chord. All right, so make sure you've got that written down. Make sure you give that a try. Your E major like this, okay? So you've got your, oh, there we go. Okay, so sometimes you'll see people actually play their E minor like this, because then it's an easy switch to their E major. Okay, though I probably taught E minor like that. Doesn't really matter. But there you go. Now the last thing I wanted to mention in this video is, as we get to the theory tests, part of the thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to play either a minor or a major chord, and I'm going to ask you to listen to hear it. So this piece is a fun way to practice the chords, but it's also about listening to hear those chords. So is this major or minor? Okay, so if you guessed minor, you guessed correctly. There's the A minor. All right, I'll play one more here for you. And I'll give you lots of practice on this in the test, so don't worry about it. Here's your next chord, major or minor. And if you guessed major, good for you. That's the E major chord. And of course, on the test, I'm not going to show you my left hand, but you have to do it all through ear. So